love us, no they don't love us. They don't love us, no they don't love us. They don't love us, no they don't love us. They don't love us. Somebody tell them wake up, wake up, wake up. Somebody tell them wake up, wake up, wake up. Somebody tell them wake up.
Out here crazy. Hey, so with that being said, look, let's go ahead and start off with the 1921 Tulsa Massacre was a big lie. Now, this brother, we've seen this brother before on the show. We've used this brother as one of his former videos. I think that was when we was at the last school. That was like over a year ago. But this brother right here, he got like, man, he got like, literally like, what's his name? Tatum or something like that? I forgot what his name is. Something Tatum. Brother got like how many subscribers he got on YouTube? Huh? 1.66 million? Oh my goodness. Man, you ain't gotta do nothing. Man, all you gotta do is say stupid stuff, man, and people will love you. Wow. Yeah. So let's start this. This brother goes into his video. He says that the 1921 Tulsa Massacre, it wasn't no race riot, it was a massacre. They blew brothers and sisters up with dynamite. I've been there, we seen it. We seen the bricks from one of the old buildings that when the dynamite hit it, how it melted brick. That's some hot fire right there. You understand? So when somebody say, oh, Tulsa Massacre ain't real to me, you know, I'm looking at you like, man, have you ever been there? You got all these subscribers. I know you getting monetized. Fly down there and see it for yourself. You got to be a coon. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get into it. I'm sorry, y'all. Go ahead and play that video, man, if I get mad. Cut it up for us.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen and ladies? I'm just gonna go make a quick video. It shouldn't take long. First, I want to address a myth that I believe is a myth, and this is why you can hardly ever trust black people in the plight.
Pause. I'm sorry. Within 30 seconds, I got something I got to say. Santa Claus is a myth, right? You can't prove it. Nobody's seen him, right? That's a myth, right? We see images of the Tulsa Massacre. We see newspaper articles that white people wrote from that time period. So how you gonna say that's why I said white people love people like this. White people love black folks like this. You know why? Because they make them feel better about their racism. They make them not feel guilty about the errors and the evils of their forefathers. This brother made white people comfortable. When he around, white people say what they really say. Can I call you nigga? Can I touch your hair? They say that around him because they wouldn't say that around us because we'll check them. You understand? But they'll say it around him. They'll all get drunk and they'll put blackface on and ask him if he think it's funny and he'll laugh. You understand? Dudes like this hate their mama, hate their daddy, hate their grandparents, hate their ancestors, hate their brothers. I'm gonna go in on this dude today, man. Go play it. Go ahead and play it. Watch this dumb stuff he say.
You can rest assured that you cannot trust what black people say happened to black people in this country. To the tune that I'm willing to not believe 90% of people's lies about racism and all these other things. It is now gotten to the point where it is impossible for me to believe black leaders in the black struggle in America. I'm almost to the point where I'm willing to deny 90% of what people are saying. Here's why.
What?
The Tulsa Massacre. Now, I did a little research. I watched a couple videos of people explaining it from a historical perspective. I did a little bit of research reading about the facts and circumstances surrounding the Tulsa massacre that it is today. It was a race riot before, I don't know, 2018. They turned in these black activists and scholars turned it into the massacre of Tulsa. And let me give you some facts real quick. And this is why you cannot believe. In 20 years from now, Black Lives Matter is going to be the new Martin Luther King movement. And nobody's going to correct history. They're going to act like Black Lives Matter changed the world. But let me tell you this real quick, is that in the Tulsa race riot in the 1921, it was in 1921, so in the 20s, I think it was, let's see, June, it was May 31st through June 1st. It all started because a black kid was on an elevator. He was a shoemaker. He was on an elevator with a white woman, and he was accused of raping her. People could hear her scream from the elevator. They conveniently leave out that it was reported that she had ripped clothes, and he got charged with raping her.
Stop. I want you to think about something. I want y'all to think. Just think. When you watching this stuff, use your brain. Remember what he said earlier. This is how we become better judges. We got to listen to people. He said at the beginning that it was a myth. Now he's saying he got fact or report that her clothes were torn and that people could hear her screaming from the elevator. Wait a minute. That mean there were witnesses. So that means this ain't no myth. You see how they contradict themselves? All you got to do is listen. The black Coon brothers like this, they make themselves look foolish. Just listen. Just let them talk and ask them questions. Hold on. Earlier you said it was a myth. That mean it's not factual. There's nothing tied to it factual. But now you're saying that you know for a fact or you did research and the white woman had a torn clothes and people could hear her screaming from the elevator. So that warrants the fact that she was raped. In other words, he's saying that the black man raped her. That's what he's saying. With no evidence of that, just on what the white man said. Now, we're going to show you the contradiction because we got some stuff we're going to show you. See, I visited Tulsa, Oklahoma. I visited Black Wall Street just a little over a month ago, and I got pictures. I got pictures of articles and everything that you can see on display when you go there. But see, the Negro don't think that. The Negro think we all illiterate and dumb, and we just going to believe what he say. Because white people will just believe what he say because they love coons. Now keep playing.
And let's go back to what black people say happened and why it is almost implausibility that this actually happened. They are saying, and they want you stupid enough to believe, that he got on the elevator, stepped on her toe, and when she screamed, he was being accused of rape. As if she didn't lament to the fact that he had raped her or done anything nefarious to her.
Stop. I can't take it. I'm sorry. I'm tired. Give me Psalm 58, verse 3. So we're supposed to believe the same people that after the Confederate soldiers lost the war, started putting up statues of Confederate soldiers and put rhetoric within the textbooks that the Confederates are people to be honored when they lost the war, and that war was to so-called, quote-unquote, free you from slavery. So the people that was against freeing you from slavery to keep your ancestors enslaved, they lied later on. We had the Daughters of the Confederacy where they put up statues saying that these people were the actual winners of the war when we know they lost. This same man that lied and said the coronavirus came from Wuhan, China. Wuhan, China, as big as this building. Ain't no worldwide breaking out from there, bro. You understand? Hold on, this the same man said Jesus was a white man, and we can clearly see in the Bible that he ain't that color.
Bring it out.
Then when you challenge him on him not being that color, they say, well, he wasn't black, though. He wasn't white either, but he wasn't black. He was Arabic. What? These are the same people. So we supposed to believe these people when they say that a black man raped a white girl. Did you forget Rosewood? Did you forget Red Summer? Right. Why are we supposed to believe these people just because they say it? You see what I'm saying? Read that scripture real quick, Psalm 58
The book of Psalms, chapter 58 and verse 3.
Come on.
The wicked are estranged from the womb.
It said the wicked are estranged from the womb. Meaning what? They spirit ain't right in them. God said they are estranged from the womb. They came out, God looking like, look at this. Look what I created. This thing evil already. Go ahead.
They go astray as soon as they be born.
Doing what?
Speaking lies.
As soon as they born, they lie. There's no truth in them. Soon as they born, they lie. You know how you know that's true? Jacob and Esau was fighting in the womb. Before Esau even took a breath outside here, he hated black people. And he was fighting his brother Jacob in the womb, and Jacob was holding his own. Jacob was probably whooping him. And why when he came out, he said, you know what the hell with Jacob? I'm going to press the hell out of him because he whooped me in the womb. You understand? I bet he do. Hey, give me Revelation. I'm going to show you how the theory could be true. Read Revelation 11 and verse 10.
The book of Revelations, chapter 11 and verse 10.
Bring it out.
And they that dwell upon the earth shall rejoice over them and make merry, and shall send gifts one to another.
So rejoice over us and made merry when we fail. When our race, when our people fail, when the Israelites fail, 70 AD, even on time after that, right? During the Dark Ages, they conquered us. That's what the Christmas celebration is about in the Netherlands and in Holland, excuse me. When they celebrate Christmas in Holland, they're celebrating their conquering of the Moors. That's why they have the little blackface, and they call it Zwarte Piet, meaning slave. What is it? Slave? Peter the slave? Yeah. Or whatever, something like that. I may be getting it wrong. I ain't researched it in a minute, right? But that's what it's about. In Holland, when they celebrate Christmas, it ain't to just give gifts one to another. It's to celebrate your destruction. Go ahead.
Because these two prophets.
The two prophets is Northern Kingdom and Southern Kingdom. Those two prophets did what?
Tormented them.
You hear that? We tormented them. When? During the Dark Ages. When? During the time of Solomon and David. We tormented Esau. Esau had nothing. During the Dark Ages, they was living in the Caucasus Mountains. They had nothing. They was mad at God. They was out there plotting that whole time. And Satan came to him and said, look, I'll put you back on. Just follow me. Worship me. Change the image. I give you power. And Rome resurrected in 1400s. And when Rome resurrected in the 1400s, Esau, the so-called white man, been giving us hell ever since. Thus saith the Lord. So he said, look, the reason they make merry over us and rejoice over us is because of what?
Because these two prophets.
Because these two prophets, Northern and Southern Kingdom, go ahead.
Tormented them.
We tormented them. How? With our strength. With our, come on, black folks, you give us money like that? We were blinging in their face doing all kind of stuff. Come on, man. We were stunning on these nations. They were bow. Hey, bow, boy. Bow when you come in here. Don't look me in my eyes. We was doing the same thing. We was doing the same. You know how black folks do when they stunt. We were doing the same thing they were doing to us in some respect. We weren't raping them and doing all that crap. You know what I'm saying? But we had made sure they had respect for us. So we tormented them, read.
That dwelt on the earth.
And that means everybody. We gave everybody the business. All nations came to us and gave money. You know what I'm saying? You come past this toll, just like you go to Oklahoma, certain places in the United States, and you got to pay a toll. If you ain't got that little pass, you got to pay a toll. That's what we had the nations doing. You come to Jerusalem, where the money at? You come to Samaria, where the money at? You break the border across Egypt, where the money at? That's how we was. You understand?
That's right.
So that's why the nations is mad at us. That's why they use every chance they get to oppress and make mockery of us. They gonna do it. But then here come the Coon Negro, believing Esau lies once again. Go ahead. No, the video.
Arrested, and a black mob of people, residents, showed up to support him, to make sure he wasn't going to get lynched.
That part
because
is true.
They had heard rumors that he was going to get lynched. Some of the black people that showed up was armed. This is the first encounter. This is the first process of people that showed up to the scene. Was black people, some of which were armed, to make sure that the black kid wasn't going to get lynched in Tulsa, Oklahoma, in the district of what they call Black Wall Street. Let's keep going. So in the spirit of these black people doing that, and there were white people who had heard that a black man raped a young girl on an elevator, they showed up. And reports say a shot was fired.
Reports
the
of the white
reports
man.
doesn't say who shot first. It says shots were fired.
You see, he justifying
And
the white
10
man.
white people died and 2 black people died initially, or something of that nature. It was more white people that died than black people initially.
This nigga.
And then when obviously rumors went around that these things had occurred, then more white people showed up, and it was a full out BLM. That's what it is. It was a BLM. It was white people doing what BLM does today. That is, that they felt that it was white people.
Pause it. Black Lives Matter ain't bombed and dynamited no whole black community, destroyed 40 blocks of businesses and hotels and houses.
Bring it out.
Who this Negro? He got 1.6. Who is the 1.66 million, whatever the hell? 1.66 million. Who following this guy? He just compared the Tulsa Massacre, where white people bombed our ancestors with dynamite and destroyed their black-owned businesses. He compared that to Black Lives Matter, who just march.
Huh?
Bruh. Now we don't condone some of the things Black Lives Matter. We understand it's a homosexual agenda a feminist agenda behind it. We ain't stupid. We understand that. But them brothers and sisters that are part of that ain't never bombed or dynamited no whole community, bro, and killed hundreds of people. They still finding bodies to this day. Hey, show me that newspaper article. It's not an article. I took a picture of it when we was in Tulsa. It was just released. It's a picture, and it's a newspaper picture, and it talk about how they just found some bodies. You let me know when you find it. Let me see. Keep going. Right there. Pull it up for me. Look at that. Mass grave. 27 remains found. Bruh, there was a mass grave. This was in 2021. I wish you can, is it somehow you can zoom in on that date up at the top right-hand corner? What date that say?
That says Friday, June 11th, 2021.
This is a new newspaper. That was last month. Last month, they found a mass grave of 27 bodies. 27 bodies found around the area of where the Tulsa race massacre happened. And those people are identified as black people. So they still finding bodies from that time, meaning what? The so-called white man, after he got done bombing, he dug graves and threw bodies in there to hide the rest of the destruction that he done. Think about this. When this man did this, he went home, he took a shower. Who washed his clothes? The so-called white woman. Who brought food to him as he was watching the television? His little white children. But you're going to tell us in 2021, we supposed to forget that?
Hell no.
We supposed to trust anything he say after that. Now, 100 years later, when they, a lot of these pictures they just now releasing 100 years later. When we went, the brother named Cody, that was our tour guide, he said, listen, they just fixed this place up the other day. The only reason there's new trees here and you see this new paint and the sidewalk all clean is because they knew that the anniversary, the 100-year anniversary, because 2021 is the 100-year anniversary of the Tulsa Massacre. They knew that was coming around, so what did they do? They made sure they spruced the place up because they knew it would be a lot of tourist attraction. He said any other time, it looked like a dump. So I don't want to hear this old foolish coon Negroes talking about it didn't really happen and trying to justify the wicked. Give me that real quick. And Isaiah 5:23, man. I'm telling you, bro, you can't make this up, man. A lot of our people, they bugged out. Like some people are traumatized and they don't really know how to fathom or comprehend the things that have happened. And then some Negroes is straight coons. This one right here.
Coon, super coon, Negro in training.
Exactly. Read that.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 5 and verse 23.
Bring it up.
Which justify the wicked for reward.
Wait, hold on. Read verse 20.
Verse 20. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil.
That's what these brothers and these coon brothers do. Because remember, that little small army of black men showed up with guns to make sure that he didn't get lynched for something that they knew he didn't do. Or they at least didn't have the proper evidence. He should get his fair trial. They know how the Edomites would do. They'll lynch you before you get the trial because you in their custody. So they made sure, hey, look, he don't need to be lynched. And they was ensured by the sheriff that he wouldn't be lynched. So they left. When they left, Edomites pulled up. Hundreds of them with guns outside of the jail saying, hang that Negro or throw him to us. So those black men came on back to make sure, hey, look, we told y'all he don't need to be lynched. He hadn't had a fair trial. But you know what? Brothers like this don't know that. Because even when you show them that, they want to call evil good and good evil. They call what the black man did to go protect his brother evil, but call the white man killing them and destroying them a lie. It's a farce. It never happened.
Right.
This is the mindset of those coon Negroes that we talking about. This is what the Bible talking about. Read it again.
Woe unto them that call evil good.
They call evil good.
And good evil.
And good evil. Watch this. Keep reading.
That put darkness for light. And light for darkness.
Read.
That put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter.
Skip down to, keep reading.
Verse 21. Woe unto them that are wise in their own eyes.
God says, death unto them that are wise in their own eyes. You think you know something. Go ahead.
And prudent in their own sight.
And you prudent in your own sight. You think you got all this wisdom. You can't lead a community. This dude can't lead our community. How you gonna lead our community? Every time, it'll be the same thing as a Jesse Jackson or one of them brothers that stand out in front. We got a phone call? Give us one moment. He'll be just like one of them brothers that stand up in front of the so-called white man in Coon form and say, listen, let's not retaliate. Let's not burn down any businesses. Let's have a march. Yeah. Oh, I know what. Yeah. You know what we should do? Let's have a charity dance, a charity concert. Beyonce, can you come down? Lil Wayne, can you come down? Let's do a charity concert. Let's calm the people down when you know people want justice. Skip down to verse 23. Lull them right back to sleep. You're exactly right. Watch this.
Verse 23.
Come on.
Which justify the wicked for reward.
He justified the wicked for reward. By him doing this, that's how he got all his YouTube subscribers. By him doing this, that's how he make the money off his monetization of his page. Jesse Lee Peterson the same way. He do the same thing. He coon for Esau. He says no such thing as racism. That's something that was coined by broke, retarded black people. That's what he say. You broke and you retarded if you believe that racism is a thing in 2021. But we watched the video last week that showed that 3 or 4 families had their houses appraised $500,000 less because they were black in 2021. But you're going to tell me racism don't exist. Huh? Mass incarceration at an all-time high. They make sure they push the COVID-19 vaccine in the black community and say it's reparations. What? But the Jewish man get reparations every year. The Japanese man for the Hiroshima and Nagasaki, he get reparations. For the internment camps here in America, he get reparations. But we can't get nothing. But you gonna tell me in 2021 ain't no such thing as racism. You ain't dealing with no fools. We the men of God. That's right. We study the scriptures and we watch the news. We know what's going on. Go ahead, man. They hate black folks that read. You know that, right? When you read, you need to stay away from me. That's how Esau is. You read, oh, yeah, we don't need you. But I'm just reading the handbook. I'm just trying to follow the guy. Yeah, we don't need you. We need somebody that don't read and just listen to us. We're not listening to you no more. Read.
Which justify the wicked for reward.
So he justified the wicked for reward. Well, there were actually 10 white people that were killed actually first. And the black men, the one that started it when they brought their guns. It doesn't really say who shot who. All we know is Greenwood got destroyed. And Tulsa still standing. The Greenwood community is destroyed, dilapidated. All the people that was there died, and all the people that didn't die was left without fathers, without homes, without clothing, without food, and the Red Cross had to come and give people food. That's why you see those images now in 2021 of when they was during the time when Red Cross came amongst the brothers and sisters a day after it happened. But by then we demoralized, we destroyed, seeing everything that we done built destroyed. But you're going to justify the wicked for reward. Keep reading.
And take away the righteousness of the righteous from him.
Was it not righteousness to defend your brother when he ain't do no wrong? Is it not righteous to make sure a brother gets a fair trial? The Bible even tell you, does a man to be accused before he hear him? Nicodemus said that to the Pharisees. Them Negroes was coons too. They got mad at him for saying that. Just like this brother mad at that they wanted this brother to have a fair trial. You can't make this up, bro. You can't make it up.
Hey, Cap. What I was going to say was, in Rosewood, it happened the same way.
Yep.
A woman said she got raped by a black guy, and then a riot happened.
Yep.
And then you don't even know where Rosewood at anymore.
It's one shack.
You know what I'm saying? It's one shack now. It ain't even a town no more. The same thing happened in Tulsa. A woman said she got raped by a black man, and they destroyed the whole town.
Hey, we were supposed to go to Rosewood a few weeks ago. Captain Mattathias said it's literally one house. One house. They destroyed that whole place. And why you think they keep that one house? For tourists. And white people rent it out and live in it. Because they love your destruction. Just like Tallahatchie Flats up here in right outside Greenwood, Mississippi. Edomites rent them old slave shacks right on top of the cotton field. They rent them old slave shacks and have sex orgies and stuff in there, lusting how they used to kill you and rape your women. Can't make this up, man. The Coon Negro ain't making it to the kingdom of heaven. I'm going to tell you that right now. The Coon Negro is not getting the kingdom of God. We had a caller. They still on? Let them call in. Let the caller come in. I told you it's going to be hot today. Let us know when they on. Huh? They on? Hey, Shalom, caller, you on with Escaping the Plantation 2.0. Who we speaking with?
Hey, Shalom. Most High in Christ bless. It's brother Asael.
Hey, Shalom. Most High in Christ bless, bro. What you got for us?
I just tuned in and Escaping the Plantation. Man, y'all stay bringing it out. It just dawned on me too, because here, like the little clip I just came in from work. So the little clip I just heard with the brother in the video, and you know how he look. That's typical of our people that sold us out.
Yep.
You know, and Bishop, you know, he bring it out on the Sabbath classes that the spirits that was in the past is the same ones as in here now. And
Yep.
you see that constantly. Like, I'll give you one prime example, and then it's just a script that had came to me too. One prime example. They want us to apologize the same way that what was the sister that got gunned down? They wanted them. They apologized in the courtroom.
Oh, you talking about Botham John when he got killed and his brother was
Yes.
hugging a police officer?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's no difference. It's
Yep.
no difference.
Hey, this brother right here, this the same brother that snitched on Nat Turner. That's him right there. That's the same brother that snitched on Malcolm X, that brought the wire in. That was the FBI informant. That's the same one right there. Same one that got Fred Hampton killed. That's him right there. That spirit right there. But go ahead, brother.
Yeah, no, and I agree with you too. It's and what the script that I want, I'm gonna have you brothers bring it out. But the script that came to my mind was Isaiah 30 verses 9 through 11, because our people will see us out there. We'll go through the history. We'll bring up the fact that our enemies put us, you know, the Most High sent our enemies towards us.
Right.
But when you tell them, hey, you know what? We still in the land of our captivity. We still in our hands of our enemies. Nah, we don't see them like that. We all together now. We are the human race. You a damn lie.
Right.
Excuse my French. I know y'all broadcast right now, but that's a dang lie.
All praise.
You know what I'm saying? Because the
That's
same
right.
people that say, "Oh yeah, this is we're all one race. We're all together."
Yes.
Be the same people that keep you down in the ghettos, in the hood, and then keep you.
Hey, the same people that say we one race, them be the same people who have to change their voice when they're around white folks. The same black people that say that, like, oh yeah, we all one race. Ain't no racism, brother. But when you get on the phone with that bill collector, you go from talking like Lil Boosie to talking like Jesse Lee Peterson. You get to talking real clean, you know? Yeah. Yeah.
I'm my bad, Cap.
No, go ahead.
And I want to add on one last thing too. They say, and this to paint the whole picture right here. Our people that's still in the world, we so quick to pick up. We say, oh, we got these guns, we got these Dracos, we got all this and that. Be the same people that are gun the same brother or sister that look like you. Just this past week, it was I'm in Chicago, so it was like 50 shootings within the past week. All right,
damn,
50 shootings in the past week. This past weekend, another shooting just happened. Right now, they saying that the I-57, I-55, not to the interstate, is now the new hottest shootout because people are going on that and they just randomly shooting at cars. But we ready to quicken Mars and put boots to the ground when one of them shoot us down. But we don't take the time to cease what we doing to each other. But yeah, we wanna pick up arms towards each other, but yet you ain't doing nothing to the white man when they come in your neighborhood. You ain't doing nothing to the white man, or I ain't even gonna say the white man. You ain't doing nothing to none of the other nations when they put their hands on your sister.
Right. That's right.
It's crazy.
That's right. All praise, bro. We appreciate your contribution, man. We're going to jump back into the scriptures. Appreciate you, family. Good points. All praise to the Most High. Shalom. Most High in Christ bless you. Let's read that Isaiah 30 that he had pulled. Isaiah 39.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 30 and verse 9. That this is a rebellious people, lying children.
All black folk do is lie. These black people, when I'm talking about black folks, I'm talking about these unrepentant jakes, bro. You can't trust them, bro. This brother went on here. He don't care about how his people feel because he know he going to probably get a couple of those coons on with him. But he worry about Esau. He know what his money base is. I got to appease the white man. That's where my money come from. That's why I get my stream of income. Go ahead.
Children that will not hear the law of the Lord.
It's children that don't want to hear the law of the Lord. And we bring out the law, Exodus 21:16. He ain't trying to hear that.
No.
He ain't trying to hear Revelation 13:10. He ain't trying to hear Isaiah 14:1-2. He ain't trying to hear that. He like, oh, hell no. Not my master. You understand? Go ahead.
Which say to the seers, see not.
So they say to those that bring truth, those are the seers, right? The prophets. They say to the seers, see not, read.
And to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things.
That's why they hate Kevin Samuels. Now, he ain't no prophet in the sense of he used scripture, But the brother be on point with some of the things that he say. I agree with some of the things that he say about our sisters and even our brothers. But a lot of people hate him because of it. Go ahead.
Speak not unto us smooth things.
Speak unto us smooth things.
Speak unto us smooth things.
They want to hear smooth. Oh, the Tulsa race riot wasn't really, it was just just a misunderstanding. But we see all these people dead. Go ahead.
Prophesy deceits.
Prophesy what?
Deceits.
Tell us deceits. Tell us what we want to hear. Don't tell us the truth. Tell us lies. That's the mindset of the so-called black man. You had something? All right, we're going to pick back up in the video just for a few more minutes. I want to move on. Spend 30 minutes on this, brother.
People getting done wrong from a black man raping a white girl. They went, a fight broke out, white people died, so white people showed up and burnt the city down. That sounds, to me, an awful lot like what BLM do today.
Pause it. This nigga, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to stay in the spirit. I ain't trying to call the brother out his name, but he a coon for real, man. This dude right here is a freaking coon, man. If Christ was here, he'd say Christ was guilty. This the same one said Christ is guilty. Free Barabbas. Barabbas was a murderer. Insurrection against the government. He's saying he want to let Esau off for what they did and blame the victim. He want to blame the victims for what happened to them. Drop him, bro. I can't listen to it no more. If he wow. This Negro here. Hey, give me Joel 20. I got something for you. You know why dudes do this? Because they want to benefit off the American system, not knowing the American system was never set for them to benefit unless they put on a white face. You know how white people put on black face? Jake got to put on, he dark skinned or he black, but he got to put the white face on, meaning what? He got to agree with whatever slave master say. Now watch this. Read that scripture. Joel 20 verse 4. Watch this. He think America going to last forever. He think he going to be able to benefit from this place forever by cooning. Well, go ahead and enjoy yourself and disrespect your people and disrespect your ancestors. But watch what God say. Job 20 verse 4.
The book of Job chapter 20 and verse 4. Knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon the earth?
Go ahead.
That the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment.
The Bible says, since man been on the earth, he said, that's why I know you won't study history, you ain't got no wisdom. Since man has dwelt upon this earth, it's evident that the triumphing of the wicked is short. Every nation on the planet Earth had a time to rule, and then it was cut short. Babylon ruled, the Most High sent Persian Media in there. Persian Media ruled, the Lord sent Alexander the Greek, and he destroyed Darius and them. You understand? Then the Romans took over from Greco-Roman Empire. They merged together, and the Romans end up superseding them. Every time you read history, the greatest nation on that earth failed. You know why they fail? Because they have a time period in which God allows them to rule, and then God take them out the way.
That's
now,
right.
If you had wisdom and you understand scripture and history, you will understand that the system that you fighting for is going to end. It's only one kingdom on the planet Earth that's going to be forever, and that's the kingdom of Christ. That's the Israelites' kingdom. The kingdom of the Most High God.
That's right.
That's the only kingdom that's going to last forever. The rest of these kingdoms, they will be destroyed.
Yes,
we see it through history. God, the age of decadence.
We used to scream black power while heroin was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission, minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold, from Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.